forgotten. So with these career income examples, again, guys, it's 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, 15 and 20, and it's at 5, 7, and 10 sales per week. Guys, 5 sales average. Okay, 5 transactions per week, about 7 or 8 policies. That's going to yield you a little over $70,000 of first year income. Okay, of course, it doesn't have any renewals in that first year because you get renewals are starting on your 13th month, the first month of your second year. Now, guys, go out 5 years. You're no longer on that initial 30 and 1 contract anymore. Okay, at a minimum, you're going to be at a 50 and 3. Okay, if you've done any sort of recruiting, you should probably be at a 54 and 4, or maybe even a 58 and 5. Guys, those are the marks that you hit when you hit market director and then regional director. And you can't do that without a team. So if you want to get to the big money in personal sales, you got to have a team. So just kind of remember that too. But in year 5, guys, 5 transactions per week doesn't make you 70 grand. It makes you 100. Okay. Just think for a second right now. How would your life be different if in just 4 short years you were making $100,000 a year? Okay. What would that mean for your family? What options would it give you? Would you be able to change your address and zip code? Would you be able to replace a couple of vehicles? Would you be able to do that trip to Hawaii that you've been wanting to do ever since you were a little kid, but just haven't had the funds, hadn't been able to get around to it? Guys, in addition to that, check out this 16,448. Guys, that's the income you're paid in year 5 from all the work you did in year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. That's your 1%, 2%, and some of them are 3% renewals. Guys, $16,000 may not be retirement money, but divide that by 12. That's like $1,400 a month. How many of you guys have a mortgage or rent that's $1,300 a month or right in that ballpark? Okay, or maybe even less. Guys, think about that. How would you like it if your mortgage took a U-turn in the mailbox because it was already paid every month? Regardless of what you did, your house is paid for. That's pretty cool, guys. That's a pretty cool way of looking at it. Guys, go out 5 more years to your 10-year. Again, 5 transactions a week makes you 100. That's another 34% increase to 134, almost $135,000. Now you're making just right at $50,000 of residual income. Guys, that's $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month coming in, regardless of what you do. Guys, how many for you right now, every single one of your bills would take a U-turn in the mailbox if you had $4,000 a month coming in passive income? 15th of every month, $4,000 is being deposited, regardless of what you do. Guys, this is why we do what we do. The freedom, the flexibility of knowing stuff is paid for. Do you get that in year 1? No, it's delayed gratification. And guys, you know what you got to do to get these residuals, to have 50,000 or 50,000 a year coming in passive income? You got to be here. You got to be here. Okay, guys, 10 years is no joke. I think I can count the amount of people that have been here for 10 years on this call on one finger, right? It's me. So Kyle's closing in on it quickly, but you got to be here, guys. And obviously the majority aren't. So you're going to have to do things that the majority doesn't do. You already did that by taking this job to begin with, to do something different, take a bet on yourself. Now it's just weathering the storms that come with this, guys, because guess what? Something that 10 years from now, you could have every bill of yours paid without working. It shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't come without challenges. Okay. You shouldn't be able to just roll out of bed and, no worry. If you could, guys, guess what? We wouldn't have hired you because we would have had too many people already hired. Okay. It's challenging. And that's why there's jobs available, right? Because not everybody wants to work hard and create something this awesome. Most people are just cool with the status quo, paycheck to paycheck, making it work. That's all they know. Guys, let's just jump up to 7 sales a week. Look at this. That's $100,000, 99, 187. Add a couple bonuses. You made $100,000 first year. 7 a week, guys. That's just 2 additional transactions. For some of you guys, that's just working until 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. The only difference. Okay. Maybe in your first 6 months, it's putting in every other Saturday, putting in about 5 hours on a Saturday. But guys, you get those habits, then you start figuring out how to do it in 5 days. Okay. Then you start having to figure out how to do it by 5 p.m. each day. And eventually you start learning how to do it by Thursday. And all of a sudden you got 3-day weekends and you're greening out every week in addition. So guys, and 10 per week is 141. Look what that does. In year 5, 183 plus $30,000 of renewals. If you're doing 10 a week, that's 214K. Now guys, this money is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, gosh, you can go out here year 10, 360K, year 15, 470K, year 20, at 10 transactions a week, you're making $650,000. Gosh, at 5 sales a week in year 20, you're making $327,000. Guys, I know maybe 10 people that have just been doing sales for 20 years in this business. Maybe 10 people. The vast majority of folks that have been here that long are building a team. So if you want to increase your chance of a long career, build a team. Talk to people about what you do. Because guys, this right here, and then I'll shift gears and share with you, building an agency. Guys, an agency can be a 2-person agency. It can be a 20-person agency, a 50-person. It can be any number that you want it to be. But guys, in this example, we're just talking about having one team member in your first year, okay? And there's some of you that have had 6 and 7 team members in your first year, okay? And then increasing that by a net 2 people per year. That doesn't mean that you hire 2 people per year. You probably hire 4 or 5 or 6 because some people do leave, okay? But adding 2 net people per year. So maybe you add 4, 2 leave, you got 2. Maybe you add 5 and 3 leave, you got 2, okay? In your first year, your overrides on one person that's doing just average, and this assumes that your team members all just do 5 transactions per week on average. So might you need to have a couple more than this to hit these numbers? Sure. If your folks would do below average, you would. So, but one team member in your first year, you're going to make just under $9,000 in overrides. So just take whatever you're going to make this year, guys, and add $9,000 to it. Would that change things? That'd be about an extra $750 a month. Okay. From the sales made by somebody else. Now, of course, you had to train them. You had to take them out in the field for 2 days in their first week and 3 days in their second week and a couple days in their third week, and probably a day or so every couple weeks after that, just to kind of help make sure they're getting through the curve. Sure, you're going to have a few conferences with them, but guys, would 10 days worth of work and some phone calls and some face-to-face conversations be worth $750 a month? I think it is. So that's first year. Guys, check this out though. Just go out 4 more years to year 5. That means you added 2 in your year 2, 2 in year 3, 2 in year 4, and 2 in year 5. So you got 9 people on your team that are doing average. Guys, a 9-person team, what people do an average will make you $220,000 of first year income in overrides, in just overrides. And guess what, guys? If you've got 9 people on your team, guess what you're probably still doing? You're probably still selling some insurance, right? You got to train people, right? You've got to be the example. The business isn't quite big enough to pull yourself out of the field yet. Well, guys, if you've developed a skill level by that 5th year where you can sell 7 to 10 transactions per week, but you're only getting 20 hours or 25 hours a week of personal sales time because of all the folks that you're training, you're still going to be selling 5 transactions per week, and that's $100,000 of income. On top of your 220, that's $320,000 of just first year income alone. Now, let's make it fun. Let's add in the residuals you'd have from your own personal sales at 16K, and let's add another $36,000 from your team. That's the previous 4 years residual income. Guys, get your brain wrapped around that for a second. $36,467 of residual income. That's $3,000 a month that you're paid from sales, not made by you, but made by 9 other people, probably 29 other people, because some of those people came on board and aren't here, and that's okay. That's their business. But by other people, and it's not even sales that they made this year. It's sales made by other people last year and before, and you're making $3,000 a month from that. Are you kidding me? Think about that. 36,000 plus 16,000, guys, that's $52,000. That's more than the residual income. That's in 5 years, you're creating more residual income than you would sell in five per week for 10 years. That'd be 49,812, right? But the 16 from your personal plus the 36,000 from your team in just 5 years, that's 52 grand, guys. That's $1,000 a week. Okay. About 4,300 bucks a month coming in from residual income. Now, guys, you guys are looking at this. You're probably all getting really excited right now. Woo, I want some of that. Yes, guys, it doesn't matter how excited you get on a Zoom in the morning. What matters is what you do this afternoon at 3:30. Okay, when the excitement's worn off and it's a job, right? And you meet someone sharp and you have that moment of truth. Do I say something or do I just let them pass me by? Guys, I would challenge you, say something to that person. Okay. Use some of this training, get a person on a call, share with them the new text message, that URL. Guys, I challenge you guys to get that text message I shared with you that has the URL for our career spotlight. Give that to 2 or 3 people a day. You never know who's going to watch it. You never know if they're going to copy and paste it and send it to their cousin Sal, who might be a stud. So guys, I challenge you guys, get that URL out of your phone and into other people's phones at least 2 or 3 times a day. That comes out to 10 to 15 times a week. That comes out to 40 to 60 times a month. Guys, if you're doing that 40 to 60 times a month, guess what? You're going to find 2 or 3 people a month that are going to want to come do your business. And they'll be the right people, not just the person, the one person that you met in the last 3 months that you shared it with. What are the chances, guys, if you talk to one person a month, that person's going to be the person? Odds are very, very low. When you share it with 50, 60 people, guys, there's a really good chance that 1 or 2 or 3 people in there is a good fit. So that's just my challenge to you guys, is use these tools, understand this. Heck, share this career income examples with people. Okay. It's available to you as well. If it got you fired up this morning, guess what? It'll get somebody else fired up this afternoon if you share it with them. So please do share these items with people, guys. They're the real deal, and they work. So guys, let me real quickly just share with you. I'm going to wrap up on a wisdom from Peter, just super basics. And guys, that is the expectations of the career here. If anybody ever is not getting out of the career exactly what they want, getting as much from it, all they need to do is go back and look at this little thing called a success manual, which again was a book written by the best leader in the history of our company on how to be successful at the business that you chose to do, to take care of all of your financial needs, to meet all of your, to do all your desires of your world, to send your kids to college, to go see the world and get to do the experiences out of your life that you wanted to. This is what you chose. So wouldn't it be good to read a book that tells you how to be successful at it? You know, the time to read a book like that would be yesterday, right? But guys, these are the expectations that we have of everyone that we hire. Okay. And if you do these expectations, you'll be successful. There is no doubt in my mind. But guys, success in our business, it generates a tremendous opportunity, as you could see from the initial spreadsheet. Time, financial, just the freedom that it gives you. But success does not come without consistent hard work, determination, and willingness to form the right habits. So if you want to be a successful part of our business, and I'm assuming if you're one of the 22 people on this Zoom this morning, that you do, that's why you're on here. So the following is a quick summary of expectations we have of you, and also what you can have of us too, guys. First one, guys, is put in 40 to 50 hours of work per week. Guys, if you're working less than 40, you're a part-timer. There's no 2 ways around it. If you're not making that list every week, if you're not making the top 10, you're probably not opening up your business enough. And guys, when you own a business and you don't open it, you don't get fired, right? But if you don't open your business, you don't get paid. So be sure your business is open 8 to 10 hours every day. Put in 6 or more closing presentations per day. Guys, I don't know how to say it any differently, but in that good news section, we went through all those people that had six demos and they had sales. And on days when they didn't have 6 demos, most of them didn't have sales. Might just sneak in a day with 3 demos and make a sale. Sure, there's going to be exceptions to the rule, but guys, the rule is 6 demos. And if it takes you 12 or 13 hours to get 6 demos when you get started, that's okay. Just get the habit of 6 demos. You'll figure out how to dial it back and get it in 10 hours and then 9 hours and 8 hours, but just commit to the results, the activity. Okay. The demos, not just whatever you can do in 8 hours and then at 5 p.m. exactly. Well, regardless of my effort today, I'm cutting off. Okay. Heck, at 5 p.m., guys, the gatekeeper's going home, and that's the best time to just walk in and meet owners. Okay. Take part in all company meetings, national and local. Guys, you should not be having to have much of a conversation. If you qualified for a meeting, whether it's a national sales meeting, whether it is a FHLA 101, 201, 301, guys, if you qualified for it, just go. Okay. The company would not pull you out of the field for a day or two or three if they thought it was going to lose the company and you money. Okay. It might be a small, yeah, you might miss out on one sale, two sales those couple days, but over time, guys, you're going to get that back in no time. Okay. Number 4, take part in all conference calls. Good on you guys. There's 22 of you that are here doing this. Last time I counted, we've got almost 60 on the roster. So I would encourage you guys, if you work with somebody and you don't see their name on here, call them up, let them know, hey man, we were on here today. That was really good. Great material shared. Would love to have you on here. I encourage you to be on here. Guys, people that habitually skip these don't last very long, period. Next one, guys, is to report. And by the way, guys, I will share this too. This is a little thing that Nicole sent out, just kind of keeping up. But guys, there is a Zoom tracker when we're on these every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It shows us who was on. It shows us how long you were on. And people that have the green, that means you were on. If you were orange, that means you got on, but you were on there less than 15 minutes. And if there's just a white box next to your name, that means that you didn't get on. And guys, we're being been a little bit lax on this, but we're going to start tightening up a little bit on the whole not showing up here and being on 3 out of 4 of these per week is one of the requirements for bonuses. So just be sure that you're on. It's not hard. You can do it on your phone from the car. It's easy. Next one is report your work stats to your direct manager each day. Call them on your way home from work each night. Okay. 2 parts of that, guys. Number 1 is report them, but number 2 is call them in. Guys, we need to hear your voice. Okay. If you've been here for less than probably 4 months, we need to hear your voice. Okay. So yeah, if you text them, if you got a little template where you text your start time, stop time, demos, all that good stuff to your folk, that's great, but call them in. If the very minimum, use Voxer. If you can't get if your manager doesn't answer, then hop on Voxer and send them a direct Voxer message with their information. Guys, what an awesome tool it is, because we can do coaching. We can do little micro coaching and you don't have to connect. Think about how many times you played phone tag with somebody and you couldn't catch up with them. Well, how cool would it be just to leave them a message and then them hear it 5 minutes later when they're available, but you're not available, and they can just leave you a quick message back with coaching on exactly what to do and what to adjust. Use the tools that are available to us, guys, and make sure you call those in, or at least Vox those in so someone can hear your voice. We can tell a lot more from a voice than we can from just some numbers on a page. Okay. Next one, use the systems you're taught in sales school. Guys, that means use the sales talk. Okay. Guys, if you haven't recorded your demonstration, if you haven't taken your smartphone, and there's a couple steps to it, guys, go to settings, turn on the airplane mode. Okay. You turn on the airplane mode because if you don't, then a call or a text message will stop a recording if you're recording it. Okay. So that sends all your text messages and your phone calls, to voicemail when you're on airplane mode, and then just go to voice memos in your phone, little black, red, and white app, and turn it on and press record, and then walk in and go do your demo. Step 1. Step 2, guys, is that night, listen to it with a copy of your sales talk, guys. The back of your success manual has the sales talk in it. Okay. Listen to your self-talk with the script in front of you, guys. For me, that was a massive wake-up call when I was 3, 4, 5 months into the business. My sales talk had gone way off in left field. It was almost an hour long because I'd added so much stuff to it. And I missed out on some sales because I talked myself out of them because I was just yammering on and on and on. Reel it back in by getting to the basics, get your demo back under 40 minutes, okay, by using the words. Not only because you'll sell more and be able to get done quicker and more efficiently, but guys, you need to be duplicatable so you can teach other people how to do what we do. People go to Sales Academy and learn a script and a system. And they come out and they see you using not that system. They will be confused, and they will raising the chance that they will leave the business very quickly. So if you won't do it for yourself, do it for the people that are working with you. Okay. Next one is be a centurion producer, guys. What does that mean? That means sell over $200,000 of premium. Okay. So is that required? No. Is it expected? Absolutely. So guys, if you haven't sold $200,000 of premium yet in a year, that's just $4,000 a week for a year. Okay. It's not even averaging a green out, but you should be selling at that level. Okay. Our systems are put in place for you to be able to sell at that level or higher. Make field recruiting an integral part of what you do every day. Guys, integral is important. That is a central piece of what you do every day. If you haven't done that for multiple days, it doesn't sound like it's an integral part of what you do each day. So put that R on your hand, remind yourself to recruit, and also remind you to get more referrals, and then do it. Okay, guys, we do so much training on it. Use it, okay? And you'll see your team start to flourish. And it's amazing, guys. When we're doing all this mass recruiting and from professional sources, you know, it's natural human nature that we want to add people. We want to help people's build. We want to help build people's teams that are helping themselves, that are putting in the effort, that are recruiting. Because we know if we put a rookie on that person's team, they're going to see someone field recruit, and now you're multiplying. Okay. We're going to be less likely to put a person on your team if you're not field recruiting, because you're going to teach that person to not field recruit. And that's a dead end. That's one person. When you teach a person to recruit, that one person can become 10. So be smart. Okay. Stay in close contact with your direct manager. Guys, we should be talking to our manager daily. If you're in your first 3 months, you should talk to them every single day. Your next 3 months, you should talk to them at least 2 or 3 times a week. But be in close contact. Communication is key. Next one's be a positive member of your sales team. Does that mean you're always positive? No, you can neg out, guys. But guys, we have a saying about getting negative stuff. That's puking. Okay. You can puke up the chain of command. You can puke on your manager or your agency owner. You cannot puke on your peers. Okay. Do not take anything negative to your peers, because they will not be able to help bring you up. You will bring them down. So keep negativity to yourself and to someone upline that can actually help you with your problem if you have it. But when you're in a group, when you're around people, keep it positive. Okay. And last one is take part in all travel, train mores, and focus weeks, guys. Now in our group, we don't travel. Okay. But we do have train mores. Okay. We have home mores. We do them at home. Guys, that doesn't mean that you go and you work the exact same schedule that you worked the previous 2 weeks when it wasn't a train more, and you knock off at 5 p.m. It means you get out of your comfort zone. Okay, guys. In order for us to have home mores and it be effective the same way it is with other groups that do travel, we have to put in extra effort. Okay. I was having a conversation with a person yesterday that just missed a bonus, and we looked at that agent's effort from last week and the stop times, and it was 5 p.m. And my challenge was, well, you know, all we did last week, we beat the drum of going and doing some home calls after 5 p.m. to get out of your comfort zone, and looks like you knocked off at 5 p.m. every day. Of course you missed a bonus. There was no additional effort put in. So do more on train mores, guys. Remember the term more preparation, more appointments for stacking your Monday and Tuesday, more referrals, more hours, more demos. Guys, are we getting double-digit demo days on train mores? Are we getting to 10 demos in a day on train more weeks? We should be. And guys, when you break through on train mores and have those breakthroughs, then you can go back to your normal life. And guess what? You're better because you were willing to do something for a week that you wouldn't do the other 4 weeks out of the month, and raise your skill level, raise your level of expectation, and you raise the bar overall. And the last one is, guys, dress the part. You know, dress and act professionally while building your business. We don't wear shorts. We don't wear sneakers. You know, we look sharp. We don't wear jeans. We wear, you know, slacks. We wear a nice, comfortable golf shirt and sensible shoes, preferably that look like, you know, professional. So guys, that's what's expected, and you can expect the same from us. Okay. So guys, just mentally, that's about a dozen items. I challenge you, if you were going through a mental checklist, is take a second, grab yourself a 3x5 note card and write down those 2 items that you're going to start doing, and put that somewhere in your car where you'll see it. I used to always love that little space right there where the speedometer is. You can take a 3x5 note card and just kind of poke it right in there, and it'll stick right on your dashboard, and it's right there because you're looking to make sure you're not speeding. It has your positive affirmations, what you need to work on, whatever fires you up, right there on your dashboard whenever you look. So guys, thank you for being on here. It's 8:40, went a little bit long here, but just I wanted you guys to understand the why it is important to do the things that are expected, because when you do those things, guys, life is fun. Your income will go through the roof. Your team will get bigger. Life's more fun, and guys, it's just more fun when we're on schedule. Okay, because when we're on schedule at work, we tend to be on schedule with health. We tend to be on schedule with our diet. We tend to be on schedule with our finances. We tend to be on schedule spiritually and emotionally. In our relationships, we're on schedule. So be on schedule at work and be on schedule at life, and enjoy the heck out of it. Guys, thanks for being on today. It's Wednesday. It's time to turn it up a notch. Some of us, again, 4,000 is the march. That's right where you want to be at per week. We're going to be, this is week number 5. So we really want to be at about 20,000 or above after this week to be on pace to be going to Mexico. And we definitely all want to be seeing you there and sipping drinks out of fruity fruit drinks out of cups that have little umbrellas hanging out of them. They're a lot of fun. So thanks for being on today. Have a lot of fun, and have a great day. Bye, guys.
Woohoo! You guys.